I love Batman almost as much as I hate anime. Now that may sound mean, but it is true, which is one of many reasons today's video is gonna be a real pain in the laughing gas. But we'll cross those bridges as we're burning them down to the ground. These are all the anime jokers. Let's start light with a performance that most of you are probably familiar with. Maybe the only one most of my subscribers have ever seen. In Batman Ninja, an animated project that sees Batman and friends, and fiends, get sucked into ancient Japan. This rendition of the Rogue goes through a complete redesign, with an aesthetic that better suits his new environment. The Joker Goes to Japan look had him looking like a final boss in Final Fantasy. This one, specifically. Replacing his horned haircut was a samurai-styled hairdo. In place of the classic three-piece suit, was a colorful kimono with a popped collar. Just like the look of the Joker from the Batman, I think that this is a really unique take on the character, and one that probably can never be replicated again. Nor should it, without reason. It's not the definitive Joker look, but it's an awesome Joker look. I happen to love this character from design to depiction. I actually own an action figure of this specific version of the villain. It is by far one of my favorite animated Jokers, and I don't think it gets nearly as much love or praise as it deserves. Even the minute details, like the Fu Manchu that actually adds and emphasizes his grotesque grin, really put this over the top. In the English dub, the clown was played by Tony Hale of Arrested Development fame, and later of the Harley Quinn show fame. Hale plays a much more mousy and annoying antagonist. He's cheesy, he's cartoony, he's campy, well, honestly, he's a lot. And a lot of things. The obnoxious, over-the-top nature of this performance helps paint the man in face paint as Batman's tonal opposite. This is always a fixture in the two's dynamic, but the contrast between the two here may just be as wide as it's ever been. These two are night and day.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's been calling me Dairoku Tinmouth, the Demon King. Don't you know how bad razor-edged fighting fans are for the environment?
You're the one who keeps throwing them.
Because you won't let them hit you. Hi, Bats. You should know by now that you can't keep a crazy man down. The most powerful man in Japan. But you can call me Lord Joker.
He's fun to watch, but he doesn't seem like he'd be all that fun to be in the company of. It's a portrayal that really focuses on the clown elements of the Clown Prince of Crime. True, it's a lot less sinister in nature than a lot of the other Joker performances, but it's just as unhinged and unpredictable. I don't think Hale gets talked about nearly enough, and I, for one, am hoping we see him return to the role in some capacity. It's not very likely, but I'll keep my fingers crossed anyway. In the Japanese dub of Batman Ninja, the part is played by voice actor, hold on one moment,
Wataru Takagi.
Wataru Takagi. And here's where we're going to start to have a little bit of a problem in the video that will persist throughout the runtime. I can't speak a lick of Japanese. I can't understand a bit of Japanese. As a matter of fact, I'm still struggling with English. I am, however, fluent in sarcasm. Not that anybody was asking. What this means is that I can't really judge a whole lot of these performances, because all I'm hearing is a voice. And the sound of a voice, believe it or not, is not the be-all end-all in voice acting. There's cadence, inflection, how one acts, how one reacts, how authentic one sounds. There's a lot more than just having a funny voice. I mean, if that's all voice acting was, then I would have a job by now. Yes, I would! Yes, I would! Ooh, yeah! Dig it! My point being is that there's probably a lot of these next few performances that are probably lost on me, as well as some of the context behind them. Still, I'm a bit of a Joker connoisseur, so I'm gonna try to figure it out. Takagi would actually play the part on multiple occasions, voicing the character once again in Sinoalis. If I said it wrong and you know what the right saying is, please feel free to make it known in the comment section below. That is what it's there for anyway. But Sinoalis, or Sin of Alice, Sinalis, whatever it may be, is an RPG mobile game. So not only am I unaware of this because it's Japanese, I'm also unaware of it because it's a mobile game. As a fan of Batman, what I can say definitively is that this Joker certainly looks the part. There's some pretty solid aesthetics here. And while because of the language barrier here I can't really make out what it is he's saying, as just an English speaker I can't actually tell if he's doing a good job or not, what I can at least say is that the voice he uses is very fitting and very identifiable. Without actually seeing the character model, I could still tell that this is the character.
この世界は童話の住人どもが仲良く殺し合ってんのか。
And credit to the voice actor for getting the chaotic cackle down. Not everybody does that, but that will stay with me for quite some time. I like the character's look, I like the character's voice, I just wish I understood a little bit more of the context behind this one. But regardless, I'm gonna go out of my way and give it my stamp of approval anyway. By the way, in this same game, it also features Batman using a gun. So, I don't know how source material accurate this is, but it's not winning points with me on that one. Last but not least, it's the crossover I never knew I wanted, because I have no idea what it is. Apparently Eagle Talon is some sort of anime. Go figure, given the title of this video. And this is a crossover between that and the Justice League, which, you know, is not the worst Justice League crossover I've ever seen. Actually, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I have a better understanding of this than I did Justice League X Ruby. And there was a dub of that was in English. Interestingly enough, once again, voice actor Watataro Takagi would be on hand, but would not be lending his voice for any clowns. This time instead playing the part of Cyborg. In his place was Ken Yasuda.
そうだ。何？あんたには資金を稼いでほしい。100兆円ほど。だったら常識外れなくらいの予算をかけたら人々は永遠にその映画を語り継ぐだろう。
And I'm sorry that I don't have a lot to add here, but once again, it's another case of the cartoon looking the part and the voice actor behind it sounding the part. I know this isn't the deep dive that these videos usually are. I mean, this is more of a surface level subject. But doing all these videos on the Joker and the many portrayals we've had of the character over the years, I felt inclined to include them. Especially because these are the less talked about Jokers. And at the very least, I think they deserve some sort of acknowledgement. So this was me doing the best I could doing that. I don't think any of these are going to be anybody's favorite versions of the villain, but I do think a lot of them are valid versions of the villain. With that being said, if you liked this video and maybe learned something new, and would like to see me do more Joker videos in the future, let me know in the comment section below by leaving a comment saying,
Is that Joker?
I am vengeance. I am the night, and that was V Infuso. Just remember, if you're not tuning in, then you're missing out.
So, if you like the words that came out of his mouth hole, and you too would like to become a V-generate, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, nerds!
And if you're not joining the fun, you're in for one bad day. And you know what they say about having one bad day?
Catch him next time. Same bat time. Same bat channel.